for Christmas is a ring light, 'cause the lighting in my home stinks. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Emily Harris, author of STEAMY Historical Romances, and on this channel you will find videos about all of the people, places, and things that inspire me and my writing, and occasionally a little bit about my writing journey. This month in particular, because it's November and NaNoWriMo, I am focusing a bit more on the writing part, but no worries, I have plans for lots of fun holiday tidbits next month. For today, I thought it would be fun to chat a little bit about how my projects are going and take you on a little tour of the Denver Botanic Gardens. So that's where we're going today.
And this is why I can't ever manage to get anything done. I mean, just look at all the pretty. The sun is out, therefore I am out. It's just a law of nature. Unfortunately, once I arrived at the gardens, I realized I forgot to factor in the fact that I would not be able to remove my mask and therefore couldn't speak to you clearly. So, I did sit for a little bit and try to work a little on brainstorming for my books, and then decided to move my operation to the park so that we could chat a bit better.
Here we are in the park instead, and I am just going to officially get over my thing about recording anything in a public space. I thought about doing kind of NaNoWriMo vlogs or NaNoWriMo progress videos because I've done those before, but then I thought, well, everyone's doing those right now. Like, that is the thing. Vlogs, progress videos, write-ins, the live stream things, and none of those really, I don't really enjoy any of those. So instead, I thought we'd sit and ramble a little bit. It's such a beautiful day out, so why not? To begin things, my major issue with this month and my writing goals is the fact that I still have not completed Captain Surrender, so my current work in progress. That book is taking so long. It's just dragging forever. And it's not as though I'm not working on it. I've been working on it consistently, making some good progress, but it's just not finishing. Therefore, even though I'm in the last stages of, the final edits and proofreading, it's still going to require a good chunk of time this week, probably at a minimum 6 hours out of my free time, that I will not be able to work on my NaNoWriMo project. So that's a thing. But, oh well. On the NaNoWriMo side of things, I have managed to enmesh myself in this hideously complex project where I am basically working on 4 separate books at once. It's very interesting. I'm having a lot of fun with it, actually, all things considered, because of the way the series is set up. It's all on a concurrent timeline, so there are going to be things that overlap, and the basics of each act are going to have some common properties, meaning some commonalities in where my characters go, what has to happen at certain points, and that sort of thing. So on one hand, it makes it kind of easy. On the other hand, it makes it difficult to think of unique plot items and storyline items for each one and not just repeat the same thing over and over again, because what reader likes that, right? So this is what I'm working on. And a final note on that, before I take you for a walk, is I'm having a lot of fun today with one of the book couples, because I realized that so far 3 out of 4 are going to have their kind of meet cute, have their meeting of the significant other in a less than happy way. It's basically they're all annoyed with each other in their initial meetings to different extents, to different degrees. And so I thought, well, with this couple, they're very artsy-fartsy, they're very artistic, they're both musicians. And now I'm not a musician, but I used to be a dancer. And from what I know of artistic people, they're very moody, meaning this could be a bad thing, but I wanted to go on the good side of the moody. And the tendency for artistic folk, in my experience, to get so dramatic. I mean, everything is an internal drama for them, and I am having a lot of fun trying to play with that for this couple and how they meet and how the sequence of events plays out. So wish me luck on that I do a good job. And that is it for the update, because I don't want this video to be massively long, and I still want to take you for a walk in the park, but not the park, the gardens. But fair warning, this walk happened a few weeks ago before the snow, but it was beautiful, so I'm going to share with you. And while we do that, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the Denver Botanic Gardens. So I hope you enjoy it.
The Denver Botanic Gardens butts up against Cheeseman Park. So as you recall from my Haunted Cheeseman Park video, that means that the Denver Botanic Gardens was also once part of Mount Prospect and therefore a cemetery. One of the interesting things about this particular parcel was that this was the last location from which bodies were moved. This was the Catholic section of the cemetery and remained so up until the 1950s. In the 1950s, the land was given over to create the Botanic Gardens. However, we still had the same problems as we did with Cheeseman Park, and as late as 2010, bodies were still being found accidentally for things like when the gardens renovated their irrigation and sprinkler system. But enough about that, because October is over. Let me quote for you some interesting tidbits from ye old Wikipedia. Our gardens feature North America's largest collection of plants from cold, temperate climates around the world, as well as 7 diverse gardens that mostly include plants from Colorado and neighboring states. The world's first xeriscape demonstration garden was created in the Botanic Gardens in 1986. The Japanese garden, which is a definite must-see, is called Shofu-en, the Garden of Wind and Pines. The Botanic Gardens also boasts the first conservatory in America that was made entirely of concrete and plexiglass panes, each of which were designed to channel condensation to the sides of the walls so it would not drip on visitors. And there you have it. Thank you once again for joining me on this little excursion. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you can get notifications of any new videos about the wonderful places around me that inspire me. Until next time, everyone, happy reading.